Hey everyone, Phantom here from Kingdom 455, part 2 of my day 1 video for a brand new account. Um, I realized that after yesterday's video, or my last video, that was significantly longer than I wanted it to be. So I want to continue to provide some really good, helpful tips and everything, but I'll try to chunk them up in smaller increments. That way you don't have to sit through an hour plus of a video to get all the information you're looking for. So for this, I just want to provide a real quick status update. I went through and I played about another 45 minutes on this account after I shut off the video yesterday. You can see my power is different here. I trained some more troops. I'll go ahead and collect those. I started my purple gear trick from my very first video to get some extra free gold. So I've got that going, and if I go ahead and put that hat on, you can see the full power level. Now, I also want to caution, especially if you're a brand new player, I want to caution you from looking at this power number and thinking that that's the end all be all. It is a number of multiple other numbers within the game that are extremely crucial to your success in playing. So, um, yes, at castle level 6, we're in really good shape here at 1.5 million power. However, once we start to get around that C15, C16 level, we're going to need to start focusing primarily on stats. What are the stats that are going to make us more competitive in the kingdom, in the events for our alliance, for the kingdom? So that's going to be really, really important that we focus on that. But at this point, it's still very early on. We want to continue to move through the prompts. If you notice here from the end of my last video, I've also completed 2 additional chapters. So now I'm on my next chapter, and I believe it was chapter 5 was actually already completed by the task that I completed before I shut off the last video. So I finished off, I attacked my first level 3 beast um, before I shut off the last video, or right after I shut off the last video. And then that was my last task for chapter 4. Chapter 5 was already complete. Chapter 6 here we're on. Um, and you can see there's 2 tasks here that are important to completing that. And what this does, if you look at rewards, it gets me my last piece of purple gear. And so by the end of day 1, I've got an entire set of battle gear ready to go for free. So these 2 tasks, this is what I'm going to focus on before I shut off the video. Create or join an alliance, and then make 5 donations to the Alliance Knowledge. So here, this third button down in the bottom portion of the screen, Join Alliance. You see the 1 there. I've been invited in my kingdom to join an alliance. If I wanted to search through and take a look at the different alliances and compare those, you can do that here. You see the alliance name, power, how many, population. So these numbers mean what's the total cap of membership that is possible with this alliance. And then over here to the left is how many people are actually in the alliance. So for this first one, they have 61 people with a total cap of 80. The language here is the language preference as set as part of the settings for the alliance. The leaders of the alliance set those settings. So that just means that that's the primary language spoken and written within the alliance. It doesn't mean that if you speak French, for example, you can't join that alliance. It just means that in general, most of the players will speak and read that language. Um, so, and if I scroll down here, I want to get you another example. So yeah, there's also others that are all languages or maybe very other language specific. So like French or Dutch or Chinese, Japanese, what have you. So that's the beauty of playing an international game. Um, so for purposes of this video, I'll go ahead and accept this invitation. So now I've joined an alliance. You see here in my chapter that achieved that first task. And then within an alliance, if I go back to that, you can see a number of things here. So what this tells me, this little section over to the left, who the alliance leader is, what the current power totals are, all the players combined, these 29 players combined add up to over 803 million power, what the language settings are, all of that. It also prompts you if there's any gift chests that are available, and this is where you'll get your daily gold from your alliance. As long as you've got strong participation, there's no reason that you shouldn't hit 5 or 6 chests every day. The bigger alliances, you can get 6 chests worth of participation points within probably the first half hour to an hour, very easily. So that's where you get your gold, your daily gold from. Territory, I'll click on that. This tells you where you can see the different buildings within the alliance. So this must be a lower level alliance. If I go back to the screen, if you look here, this bluish looking bar here, the number in the diamond tells you what level of alliance this is. So this is a level 5 alliance. And the blue bar tells you how much donation or knowledge needs to be researched throughout this alliance in order to reach the next level. So just shy of halfway through getting to level 6. So that's really good news for this. And I'm assuming this alliance probably started up early on. Or it's very early into its life cycle. Who knows? This is just for purposes of this video. And then if I go to donations for my alliance knowledge, this is where you're going to get extra buffs and extra power or stats for doing different things within the game. So as part of being in this alliance, you get things that this alliance has already researched and the knowledge gained from donating. So if I go to level 1 alliances that are just starting out, all you see is that these level 1s, it looks like they've mastered all of those in this except for Helping Hands. Yeah, so this one's already mastered all of this, but you can look here, a lot of these are for growth, right? It's getting additional resources from every time you're sending your troops out. Rapidly building, so construction speed, troop march speed, things that help you do tasks quicker and more efficiently. And then also timer help duration. Really, really important. When we created the, if I go out of here, when we created the embassy, this is where you request help for creating different buildings and you're doing your build within your castle, but it's also where you can help other people that are in your alliance. So if there was a task right now for someone who asked for help to lower their construction time, you would see a little help insignia over here where you could click that from here, or you could go to your alliance icon and then this little area where the hands are shaking, where it says help, that's where you can ask for help there. So right now, none of my allies have asked for time or help, so I don't have any action to take there. Level 2 is much of the same. It's building, it's more around reinforcing, so helping each other build up. You can reinforce through putting your troops in somebody else's castle and reinforcing them to protect each other that way. You can also set up rallies where you're rallying against a target, whether that's another player or an environment piece, so like a beast or a red guard. It really wouldn't be a beast, it would be red guard is where you see most of your daily rallies. It's actually part of the daily tasks, which I know there will be another video I'll do specifically on that. But that's where you increase your capacity for reinforcements and then increase your capacity for rallies. here. And then if an alliance is really pushing hard for growth, like you saw on the first screen where you could see all the different alliances and they had different caps, that's where this second to bottom one comes in. This expansion one. If you research all that up, you'll get additional value. So if I click on that, and let's say I wanted to donate towards that, the next level is +5. So if you complete all of the donations and knowledge for this, you'll get an additional 5 slots where members can join the alliance. Really helpful benefit for alliances that are trying to grow, where you've got members that you don't have enough space for, but you know you've got people that want to join. This is where you would focus on that there. And then there's 3 different levels of rewards. The first level is here. Second level gives you additional rewards. Third level gives you the highest level of rewards. I'll go ahead and show you, not on this page, on level 3 I think it was. Yeah, so you see all these are listed here, but there's one that has a star. The star actually means that rewards that you would normally get are the standard rewards plus an additional 20%. So you get more EXP for the alliance. You get points for yourself that you can donate, and then points that the alliance is gaining through knowledge that you've done through donating. So I have at this point put through, I've joined the alliance. The last piece that I need to do for this chapter is to donate, I believe it was 5 times. So I'll go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you notice here in this top right hand corner, right above the Alliance Knowledge bar, you see these points were going up every time. So every time I clicked on this, I was getting another 100 points, another 100 points, another 100 points. If it kicked into any of these, the 2 or 3 level tiers, which I just kind of randomly do, then I would get even more than that. Now, what can I do with those? I can go to the Alliance store, and you see all the different things that this alliance has set up. So you can take that alliance honor points that you've earned and actually spend them on things that can help you build up. So there's kind of a misconception within the game, especially by younger players that are new to the game, not younger in age, just new to the game, that I don't want to waste all of my resources on alliance donations because it's only helping the alliance and I get nothing out of it. Well, that's not accurate. You're getting alliance honor points, and you're also helping your alliance and yourself in a couple of ways. So the alliance honor points is the first way you're helping yourself. You can go here to the store, buy things from the store. These advanced teleports, if you don't have an advanced teleport and you try to teleport your castle somewhere specifically within the kingdom, without an advanced teleport, it will cost you 2,000 gold. With an advanced teleport, which is just 100,000 points, so you're taking your wood and food, especially early on in an alliance. Eventually you'll start to donate. The higher an alliance gets and the higher levels you're researching, you'll start to donate iron and I believe steel at the top level. Silver, sorry, not steel, it's silver. But you start to donate your higher resources the higher up you get. But those all tallied together still don't equal 2,000 gold. So you're basically taking resources that you can get from doing daily tasks like going out and gathering and trading those in for things that you can use, like an advanced teleport. Speed ups, I generally don't purchase those through the Alliance store, but that is an area where you can do that. You can get peace shields if you know you're going to be away from the game and you're concerned about getting attacked and losing troops or resources. You can put a shield on. And then you also have attack and defensive boosts. You can get these at higher percentages. So like if I click on those within the Alliance, you get 10% for 12 hours, 10% boost of attack, 10% boost of defense for 12 hours. I'll show you in other videos where you can get higher levels of those. We're not there yet, but early on in an alliance and early on in a castle's life cycle, so to speak, new players, this is pretty close to the best that you can get early on. Um, and then you can also, as part of your dailies, you can boost your resources here. If you're looking for a full, so this right now, this tab is just what this alliance has made available and how much honor points you have to spend. So right now I've got 1,080. I don't have anything here that I have enough honor points to be able to purchase. Um, so that tells me I need to go back and I need to donate some more in order to get some additional points. Item list. This tab tells you everything that could possibly be made available. Now, only your R5s and R4s, so your alliance leaders, can put items into the alliance store. So they're the ones making that decision. But if there's something that you're really working on that you want, that you feel like you need as part of a growth strategy or whatever you're trying to do, and you don't see that in the store, check the item list. If it's something that can be purchased through the Alliance store, contact one of your Alliance leaders, your R5 or R4s, and ask them to put something into the Alliance store for you. So that is that. There's also random teleports that you can purchase. That's exactly what it means. You're teleporting your castle somewhere random within the kingdom. Fortress teleport, if you're somewhere away from your hive, your alliance hive, where everybody kind of has come together. That's where your fortress is. A fortress teleport is going to port you close, your castle close to where your alliance fortress is. It's not going to be right next to it. Depends on how your hive is structured and a lot of other variables, but it's going to get you as close as possible to the fortress so that you're within the boundaries of your alliance. That's most of the big areas that I'll touch on today. Again, I want to try to keep this video short. If you're looking for, well, who are my R5s or my R5 and R4s, you can go to members, alliance rank 5. This is the top leader of the castle or of the alliance, and then I've got 2 R4s here that I can contact for those things. So now at this point I've got my last piece for this chapter. Claim that, claim those resources, and I get my last piece of battle gear. Claim, and I'm on to the next chapter. So I'm going to continue to move on with this castle. It is about an hour and a half until the next reset that'll officially be day 2 of this account. So I will take a look at what the tasks will be for a harvest celebration, Musketeers Road, and work on getting my chapter 7 completed in the next video. If you've got any questions or something doesn't make sense, feel free to reach out to me at any point. You can reach out to me by leaving a comment in the bottom of this video. You can also reach out to me through RogersRaiders.com. Go to the forums on RogersRaiders.com, and you can find me under Guns of Glory. I post regularly within the forums under the same name, Phantom. So you should see me there. Feel free to reach out anytime. I'm happy to help. And if there's something that you're looking for specific content on, feel free to let me know that as well. If I don't know the answer, I have a really good connected network of people that I can pose questions to, and we'll come together and provide you with an answer. So the whole goal here is to make sure that people know how to play the game and play the game the right way, and also with tips and tricks. So I hope this has been helpful. Let me know again if you've got any comments or feedback, and until next time, have a good one.